Data provided by State Bank of India on electoral bonds offers some interesting insights into how the major corporate groups in India divided their political contributions between the years 2019 and 2024. This can be understood by looking at donation data for companies listed on the stock exchanges. Listed firms or those with connections to them accounted for about 30% of the total 12,366 crore rupees transferred through electoral bonds during this period. As expected, BJP, the party ruling at the center, walked away with the lion's share of contributions from listed companies, 67% to be precise. The party's share from unlisted companies and individuals was only half of this, at 37%. This indicates that major business groups with pan-India operations focused more on the party in power at the center than did the smaller companies. There was, however, one major exception to this rule: Odisha's Biju Janata Dal. The party attracted big-time funds from top companies in the country. This is perhaps not surprising given that Odisha is home to the largest mines in India and 99% of BJD's contributions came from companies with interests in metals and mining. As a result, Biju Janata Dal, which has been ruling Odisha for a quarter of a century, beat the Congress party and was number 2 in attracting funds from top businesses in India. In terms of raw numbers, BJD got rupees 441 crore from top Indian businesses. While this may not seem very big compared to BJP's tally of rupees 2,448 crore, keep in mind that this is 31% more than what the Congress got from these donors. Also keep in mind that the Congress was in power in several states at the time and was also the principal opposition party at the center. But before we delve deep into BJD's success with listed companies, let's first look at the number 1, BJP, and see what contributed to its successes. As already mentioned, the BJP soaked up 67% of all money flowing from listed companies and their associates during this period. One way to measure a party's success is to see what percentage of the total donors kept the party in mind when making the transfers. On this criteria, the BJP scored very high, with around 75% of the total donors cutting a check for the party. Now let us look at who were the major contributors to the party. The biggest contributor for the BJP was Quick Supply Chain Private Limited, a company that media reports have linked to the Mukesh Ambani group. This company provided a whopping rupees 375 crore to the party, edging everyone else out. Surprisingly, for such a large contributor, it did not offer any money to any other party. The second biggest source of funds for the BJP was the Aditya Birla Group, home to companies such as Hindalco, Ultratech Cement, and Grasim Industries. This may not be very surprising given that the group was the biggest political contributor among all prominent business groups in India during the period. In all, the group pumped in around rupees 542 crores to various political parties, making it the biggest contributor to political parties from among the premier listed business houses in India. However, its contribution was divided almost equally between two parties, rupees 275 crore to the BJP and rupees 265 crore to the Biju Janata Dal. It also did not forget to give rupees 10 lakhs to the Congress party. Although the group shelled out overall more money than Quick Supply chose to focus all its firepower on the BJP and emerged as its top donor. At the third place in the list of BJP contributors was telecom and media conglomerate Bharti Airtel with a figure of rupees 236 crore. Unlike Quick Supply, the group did not confine its generosity to just one party and sent rupees 8 crore to the Congress, the principal opposition. It also honored other parties with smaller payments, including Akali Dal, RJD, JDU Bihar, and even Jammu and Kashmir National Conference. In fact, with a total of 6 parties benefiting from its generosity, Bharti Airtel was second only to the Torrent Group of Gujarat in terms of the breadth of its donations. At number 4 in BJP's list of donors was the metals and mining conglomerate Vedanta Limited. On an overall basis, Vedanta paid out more than Bharti Airtel Group. But unlike other business groups in India, it also kept the Congress in mind. The company has extensive oil production operations in Rajasthan, a state which was being ruled by Congress during most of this period. Hence, as it gave rupees 230 crore to the BJP, it also did not forget to cut a check of 125 crore to the Congress. You'll realize how important this was to the Congress when you know that after this rupees 125 crore contribution from Vedanta, the next biggest donation from a listed entity for Congress was rupees 22 crore paid by the Torrent Group. At number 5 on the list of major donors to the BJP is the Gurgaon-based DLF. This real estate major was at one time considered closer to the Congress, with BJP even alleging links between this company and Priyanka Gandhi's husband Robert Vadra. Nevertheless, the group paid rupees 170 crore to the BJP between 2019 and 2022, making it one of its top backers. It should be kept in mind that DLF paid this money even though BJP government of Haryana had filed a case against it in 2018, alleging collusion with Robert Vadra in a land deal. On a positive note for this company, the BJP government in 2023 told the court that it found nothing illegal in those land deals. At number 6 in terms of donors to the BJP was the Gujarat-based Torrent Group, which has interests in pharmaceuticals, power, and manufacturing. The group deserves a special mention because despite its relatively small size, it holds the distinction for having contributed to the largest range of political parties, supporting 8 parties in all. Besides the BJP, which got 137 crore from this group, there was the Congress, which got 22 crores, Aam Aadmi Party, which got rupees 8 crore, NCP, which got rupees 3.5 crore, and Shiv Sena and Samajwadi Party, both of which got 3 crores each. The group also gave contributions to both the main parties in Sikkim, a state where it has manufacturing operations. The Sikkim Krantikari Morcha got rupees 7 crore and the Sikkim Democratic Front got rupees 50 lakhs. Other than these companies, most of the contributors are smaller groups and individual companies. At number 7 is Mumbai-based Piramal Group, which has interests in finance and pharma. It is followed by NCC Limited, formerly known as Nagarjuna Construction Company, and United Phosphorus and Welspun Group. Notable in the list of prominent donors to the BJP is the presence of most of India's top pharmaceutical giants. This includes Cipla, Aurobindo, Sun Pharma, Divi's, Dr. Reddy's, Mankind Pharma, Lupin, Zydus, Alchem, Natco, Alembic, Ipca, and Glenmark. Similarly, the list also sees the presence of both India's largest two-wheeler maker, Hero MotoCorp, and its largest car maker, Maruti Suzuki. These automakers donated only to BJP and not to any other party. Now let us move on from BJP to other parties. As already indicated, Biju Janata Dal was the number 2 party in terms of amount of money received from listed groups. From just 5 donors, BJD mopped up rupees 441 crore, 31% more than the Congress. What seems to have helped Biju Janata Dal pull ahead seems to be its status as the long-reigning party in India's most mineral-rich state. 99% of the party's funds came from companies that were engaged in mining and metal refining activities in the state. The biggest contributor was Aditya Birla Group through units such as Utkal Alumina and Grasim Industries. It accounted for about 60% of BJD's funds raised from listed companies and was followed by Jindal Steel and Power, which accounted for 23%, Vedanta, which contributed 9%, and Jindal Stainless, which accounted for 7%. Now we come to the primary opposition party at the center, Congress. It was able to raise about 337 crore from listed companies and firms linked to listed companies. For Congress, the biggest contributor was Vedanta with 125 crores, followed by Torrent, JSPL, Prestige Group of Bangalore, and Dr. Reddy's. One of the aspects of Congress funding is that even though it obtained less funds from listed groups than Biju Janata Dal, it left the Odisha firm far behind in terms of the number of overall donors. The Congress got money from no less than 38 of India's top listed firms compared to just 5 for BJD. Also, unlike BJD, there were companies that contributed to Congress and no one else. This is despite the fact that the party has been in the opposition for nearly 2 terms and may continue to be so for the near future. As for other parties, none of them could make a big mark when it came to attracting funds from listed companies. This is in contrast to their success in attracting funds from unlisted and regional companies. Parties such as Trinamool Congress, Bharat Rashtra Samiti and DMK, which were very big hits with unlisted and regional companies, were mere minnows when it comes to listed companies. One more look at the numbers can drive this fact home. Of the total rupees 3,665 crore contributed by listed companies and groups, the BJP walked away with 67% and the Congress took in 9.2%, leaving 24% for regional parties. However, out of this 24%, Biju Janata Dal walked away with a cool 12%, leaving another 18 regional parties to fight it out over the remaining 12%. That said, BJD does face donor concentration risk. This is because it got 99% of its money from just 4 metal and mining groups.